By popular demand, we're back in 2012. EFL TV, proudly brought to you by Footy, Holden and HSV, your local community dealer. And joining me again on another big season of EFL TV is the number one lady in the EFL media team, Lauren Wood. G'day, Loz.
Thanks, Huff. Thanks for having me. Great to have you.
It's going to be another big year, and I believe we've even got a sponsor for EFL TV.
We do. We're very lucky to have Footy Holden. See, we get to do it again. It's a new year, but we're still pulling the same old tricks. Brett Field and the boys down at Footy Holden, they've been pretty good to us over the past few years. In particular, things like the season launch that's happening next week down there, offering us up the showroom and various bits and pieces. So it's certainly great to have them on board, and looking forward to a big year. Great
to have great support on EFL TV, and the whole EFL community would appreciate that. So thank you to the guys from Footy Holden for that. Now, the big news this week is, of course, the game on Sunday, the 9 News Challenge, the Ammos taking on the EFL. Not sure you guys in the EFL are up to it. But anyway, that's a topic for another day, perhaps.
Oh, see, the comp swappers like you, I knew it wasn't going to take long, but it certainly is going to be a massive day. It's been plenty of info on the EFL website, and plenty of banter I've noticed as well through, between Ammos and EFL players. So it is going to be a massive day down at Bayswater Oval this Sunday. So not only an opportunity to get down and watch some footy, but also, I guess, celebrate the 50th year of the EFL that we've just recognised, and a good chance to wrap that up, as well as checking out the new facilities at Bayswater. So thanks to Knox City Council, there's been about $500,000 spent on the place.
Fantastic.
New seating, new shelters, new coaches' boxes, all that sort of thing. So make sure you come down and have a look. The gates open at about 9:30.
All right.
So you can get down there nice and early.
What time's the action kick off?
There's going to be 2 games. So the first one's at 11:30. So that's EFL Divisions 3 and 4 taking on the Premier C to D4 from the Ammos. Right. So that'll be absolutely fantastic, and you can see the squads up on the EFL website. Once that one's out of the way, it'll be, what have we got? Divisions 1 and 2 taking on the Premier A and B from the Ammo. So that kicks off about 2:15.
Okay.
And it'll no doubt be a massive, massive game after the Ammos beat us on the last kick of the day last time in 2009. So,
yeah, I remember that. Don't mention the war.
Yeah, a bit of redemption on the cards, I think.
It's going to be a great game without a doubt, and be a big crowd expected too. Apart from the footy, aside from the footy, is there anything else we can get our teeth into?
Yeah, there's plenty happening off the field, so make sure you bring the kids down for one.
I'll be there.
There'll be plenty happening in terms of like jumping castle, face painting, all that sort of thing, and Hawthorn Footy Club will be down there too. So they'll have a great fan tent set up on the day. A few Hawthorn players in attendance, so you can make sure you bring all your Hawk stuff down to get it signed. I'm sure you've got plenty of the brown and gold lying around at your place.
Especially after a big win Friday night against the Magpies.
Well, that's right.
More on that maybe next week on EFL TV. What about the umpires this year? There's been a bit of a change. Nashi, Gonski, who's in?
He's gone. Nashi's off to the sunny Gold Coast, well, Brisbane at least. So he's gone off to the AFL, and we've managed to sub one beautifully in with Michael Vozzo. So he managed to score himself an AFL Life membership last week.
Did see that.
After umpiring more than 300 games. So he slotted in beautifully around at the office. I mean, while I'm not around the place anymore, it was a great few weeks with Michael, and he seems to be settling in well. All the umpires love him. So they're really looking forward to getting things kicked off as well.
Of course they love him. They want to get a game.
That's right. Yeah,
no
whatever it takes, I guess.
Whatever it takes, exactly right. Now, we were talking about Footy Holden before as one of the new sponsors. Got some more for the EFL this year.
Yeah, there's a few big ones actually. Trojan Tools is one. They've jumped on board as a major sponsor. So they've got some great initiatives in terms of mostly rewarding clubs. So their big one at the moment is the Club Workhorse program. So make sure you keep an eye out for all the Trojan gear at your club in particular. Well, maybe not at the Scobs, but they've managed to offer up some great product packages and that sort of thing, so allowing clubs to raise a bit of dosh and get their name out there while they're at it. So they only make hand tools, so you can grab them at Bunnings, but make sure you also keep an eye out at the games. They'll have the huge Trojan Tools Workhorse out and about throughout the year, so that's got a hammer competition and that sort of thing, and there'll be plenty of giveaways throughout the year.
You won't miss it in the Bendigo Bank.
You won't miss it, no, not at all. But Bendigo Bank's the other big one. So obviously you might have seen the community banks all around the place, and they tend to have sponsored quite a number of EFL clubs. So it seemed like a perfect fit for us to sort of partner with them. They'll be jumping on board with the Lightning Premiership, also the girls competition that's going to be running this year, while also running a number of volunteer recognition programs as well, because we all know that the clubs wouldn't run without them.
Good support for community sports. Fantastic to have those sort of companies companies involved. You're talking about girls then. They've got a girls' clinic, the EFL Girls' Clinic coming up.
Yeah, very soon too. This Tuesday with AFL Victoria. That's going to be down at Ringwood. Now, it's a free clinic, so make sure you check out the EFL website. It's going to be kicking off from about 9 o'clock down at Ringwood. Depending on your age, the times will vary, so between 9:30 and 11:30, depending what you're after.
Yep.
So, there's all the info on the homepage of the website, and it's a great opportunity to come down, have a kick without the boys around to give you any stick.
It's a big start to the year. There'll be plenty more to talk about through the year with Lauren on EFL TV. Get down to Bayswater on Sunday for the 9 News Challenge, and I look forward to chatting with you, Loz, throughout the year on EFL TV.
Thanks, Half. We'll see you next week.
Thank you very much. As we turn our attention now to the footy on EFL TV, we're joined by the brand new media manager of the Eastern Football League. We created the monster last year. It's growing day by day. Benny Waterworth, welcome back.
Good to be here, Half. Absolute pleasure to come into the EFL media manager role. Big shoes to fill, big stilettos to fill, I should actually say. So really enjoying the first couple of weeks, but really looking forward to this Sunday.
Yes, the 9 News Challenge at Bayswater. 2 games. We heard that from Loz before. The 3 and 4 with the Eastern Footy League and the C to D4 divisions of the the Amos. How's that game going to line up?
It's interesting. It starts at 11:30 for all those who missed Lauren just before. It starts at 11:30 a.m. and down at Bayswater. Had a chat with Warrandyte's Tommy Norton, who will captain the 3-4 side on Sunday. He says there's a really good intensity and some great skill level around the training squad at the moment. And that's no surprise for the likes of Magamez and Sharp and Andrew as a party, very skillful players. Yep. A player to watch specifically for the EFL side is Chris Anarkis. We all know how well he played in the Division 3 Grand Final last year. He's a tall midfielder, but he's a goal-kicking midfielder half, and as we all know, those guys are gold. Absolutely. So watch for him in the Guernsey number 21. From the Amos, a guy by the name of Big Warren Carlisle. He's the VAFA's answer to Aaron Sandlands. Apparently he's that big, can go forward, and can also play a very good role in the ruck, which he's mainly known for. So watch out for him. Hard to pick a winner because I personally haven't seen the VAFA side that much, but all I know is that the Eastern Footy League boys will come out all guns blazing. They'll be a very skillful performance, so watch out for the 3-4 side on the weekend.
Wide expanses there at Bayswater Oval. Who does that suit, do you think?
There's some very good runners, I think, in the 3-4 side. As I mentioned, Andrew Azzopardi likes to create off half-back, so I think that would probably suit the EFL side, but hard to know, Half, with not seeing the VAFI side too much, but looking forward to seeing how the likes of Azzopardi and Anarkis use that space at Bayswater to their advantage.
11:30am kick-off for that one, and then the big one at 2:30 it is,
yes,
at Bayswater, with the A and B divisions of the Amos, the Premier A and B they call them, against Divi 1, Divi 2 team. This is a beauty. The rematch from 2009, the Bushfire game, where the Amos won by a goal on the siren, effectively.
Matty Robbins,
the coach at the time for the Eastern Footy League. Won't mention that, but it's a rematch, and it's a chance for retribution, which is what we all love in sport.
Certainly is, and one player who will be there this week, who was there back in 2009, is Ryan Mullett, and he will captain the side. The great Vermont player who's basically done it all in the Eastern Football League. Had a chat with him during the week as well, and he says it was a little bit quiet at training to start off with, but the guys really got some good chemistry going as the training session went on. So watch out for him. But the player to watch here for the Eastern Football League, Craig Anderson. He's 33 years old, but he's playing like a 23-year-old at the moment. He can run all day. He's got a great aerobic capacity, so watch for him to get plenty of the ball. He'll wear the number 3 Guernsey instead of the number 1 Guernsey.
Too. Always plays well at Bayswater.
He always lists for finals because Noble Park normally feature in the finals, and I don't think that'll be any exception on the weekend. One player from the VAFA who I want to mention, Half. If you follow local Victorian Football League for the past decade or so, you'll know the name Nick Sauntner.
Yes,
now, he's a goal-kicking machine. He was a great player in the VFL for quite some years. Came back to the VAFA last year and absolutely dominated. He's a Centurion goal kicker, so watch out for him on the weekend. He'll wear Guernsey number 17. Now, Half, I want to throw 5 player names at you. Of course, you crossed over to the dark side from the EFL to the Amos.
Yes.
Coaching St Kevin's now, so I want to mention these 5 names.
Righto.
Ben Dowd, Glenn Chivers, Phil Edgar, Tom Simpson and Anthony Lynch. Who should we watch out for from St Kevin's on the weekend?
I'll give you one. Glenn Chivers is your man there. He was a former rookie listed player at the Saints 3 or 4 years ago. Big unit, plays on ball, strong, powerful, and you won't miss him. Just terrific in a contest, very clean as well. So look out for the big Shiv. I don't know what number he's wearing, but he'll be a fine player for the VAFA team on the weekend. You'll
be able to find out what number he's wearing if you have a look at the free record that you'll get when you go into the Bayswater gate. So watch out for that one. In terms of who's going to win, very good side, the Amos. I've had a look at some of those names, and a couple of guys around the EFL office really do rate the Amos side. So they'll certainly put up a good fight. But surely the EFL will get one back here at the Amos after a 6-point loss last time. Who are you going to go for, Half?
Well, I'm going to go for the best team on the day, and that'll, of course, be one of the winners. Not sure if I can tip here, just in case I get whacked when I'm there.
All right, fair enough. I'm on the Eastern Football League side, as you all should be as well.
I'm sure there are. Now, there's also not only the games, but playing for charity as well on the weekend.
MND Victoria, Motor Neurone Disease Victoria, a fantastic charity. All the proceeds will be going to them, as well as the VAFA's charity 1 in 5. So great to have those guys on board for Sunday.
Yeah, both doing great jobs in their respective fields, those charities.
Yes.
All right, now let's talk about the 19s competition. It's elevated from the 18s to the 19s this year in the Eastern Footy League. How's it tracking?
Well, Phil Merton was supposed to be coming in today to talk about this, but he's busy probably organising the under-19s competition. We've had really good feedback. There's teams still putting their under-19s teams together, but we've had really good feedback about that. Also, 16s have gone to 17s as well, and that's created an extra 27 under-17s teams as well.
Wow.
So we've gone from about 303 junior teams to 324 this season. So it's been an increase by introducing these new under-17s and under-19s competitions.
Fantastic. That's going to be a great competition. What about the juniors? You're talking about the under-17s there. The junior fixtures are out yet? When's it coming out? People are asking.
I have been bombarded like you would not believe, Daniel, through Facebook, through Twitter, through email, through phone calls, like you would not believe. Even a few texts, if you wouldn't mind. Rod Caldwell has been working very hard with Phil Merton to try and get the EFL junior fixtures out. A few teams still deciding whether they want to enter or not enter the competition. We're thinking that the fixture will be finalised over Easter half and released next week. That's our hunch at the moment. So make sure you keep an eye out on the EFL website.
Right, and also Facebook and Twitter. You got the addresses for me there, the links?
Facebook.com/footyefl and Twitter is twitter.com/footyefl. And get on board the new Instagram app. Have you heard of Instagram before, Half?
Yes, I have.
It is a social media for pictures. So you can take pictures and do little crazy things with them. The EFL is on board, so make sure you get on that. Took one of the new Bayswater Oval, the new redevelopments there the other day, so looking very, very snazzy. So get on the Instagram app, search Footy EFL, and you'll find that there. Get on board that. And before I go, Half, just want to mention the umpires. 7 umpires from the EFL last year have been accepted into the VFL development squad. So big news and fantastic reason to celebrate here at the EFL.
Sounds like it's going to be another massive year in the Eastern Footy League, Benny. We look forward to keeping abreast of everything from the EFL's new media manager, Benny Waterworth. Thanks, pal.
Looking forward to it, Half.
Big weekend this weekend. Get to Bayswater Oval on the weekend to say hello to all the VAFA guys and cheer on the Eastern Footy League as they take on the other team, the other competition in town as well. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon on EFL TV.